Gorgeous girls, it's Adele from Get Gorgeous. Are breakfast cereals ever healthy? Well, we've seen the variations. We've added blueberries, almond milk, soya milk, strawberries. We've added all these variations, but does it make cereal healthy? Kelloggs recently, this week, have finally, after consumer pressure, decided to add the traffic light system to their cereals. Whoop-doop. What does the traffic light system mean? Oh, I'm sorry, the only thing I've got, don't have cereals in my house, but we do have salmon. And on here, you've got the traffic light system. So you've got fat, saturated sugars and salt. And that is what they're finally going to add to their cereal packets. And does that make the product more understandable, clearer to you, the consumer? Probably not. Let's break this down. There are 6 different types of sugar that these cereals can add. I mean, there's 6 different types of names. There's well over 50, but they choose at least 6 different types of sugar that they add into the cereal. It's incredibly clever packaging, and the imagery looks very healthy and very vibrant, and we can all be fooled. The serving size of the cereal can be reduced to fit the recommendations. That's what generally happens. So let's break it down. Frosties, Kellogg's Frosties, 37 grams of sugar. That is the equivalent of 9.5 teaspoons of sugar. How much sugar are you supposed to have? Well, recommendations, and these are only recommendations, 6. Women are supposed to have 6. Okay, so Frosties is 37 grams, Crunchy Nut, 35 grams, that is 9 teaspoons, and cornflakes, which is going to be a little bit less, that is 8 grams, or interestingly, if you get your own brand cornflakes, that's going to be 7.2 grams, and that's about 2 teaspoons of sugar. So it's getting better. And if you've got Weetabix, that's 1 teaspoon of sugar. Even better still. So that in itself is okay, but let's look at the rest of your day. If you're adding fruit juice to your cereal, not to your cereal, to the breakfast, that's going to add more sugar. And if it's processed fruit juice, if it's not freshly squeezed, even more sugar. Then maybe you'll have an apple for your healthy snack, or possibly brown bread sandwich. Now, what's interesting with brown bread is they add more sugar because the texture and the taste isn't sugary enough. And then you might have a go-ahead snack bar, something baked, an apple bake. That is going to add 2 teaspoons of sugar. So during the course of your day, you're adding more and more sugar. Then you've got to look out for sugar in your processed products. What about words like barley malt, brown rice syrup, corn syrup, dextrose, fructose? These are all names for sugar. And if you're having a sugary treat in moderation, it's going to blow your whole day. Your whole 6 teaspoons are going to go. A Mars bar, 33 grams. Teaspoon of sugars, 6, gone out the window. 3 low-fat yogurts are going to blow your daily sugar allowance out the window. Now, I've mentioned fructose and fruit, and let's be clear. Fructose is sugar, and it's added in processed cereals, and obviously fructose is in your apple. Now, what's the difference? Well, when you eat an apple, it's still going to contain sugar, but you've got the water of the apple, you've got the fibre of the apple. It's going to help reduce the sugar. If you're adding it, and they call it healthy fruit sugar, to your cereal or to your sweeties, it's still sugar. Don't be misled. And also fructose, whether it's an apple or whether it's been added, doesn't go through your digestive tract. It is not passed through the same metabolic pathway as other foods, simply because the liver deals with fructose. And that means that you have the risk of non-alcoholic liver fatty disease just by eating too much fruit sugar. So don't fall into the trap that sugar from fruit is healthier, because it really isn't. Can I talk briefly about granola? Everybody loves granola. It's very, very healthy, but it isn't. Have a look at some of the packaged granola that you're buying. Some of it, even though it's got oats and it's been added to, it's fortified with iron, and seeds and nuts have all been added to it, it can still contain as much as 29 grams of sugar. That is 7 teaspoons of sugar, and that again blows your daily allowance. Be sugar aware. Be aware of what you're eating, whether it's processed food, whether it's fructose and fruit sugar. Be aware of what you're eating. Confused? I'm not surprised. Don't worry, the gorgeous book is out soon and you can pre-order it. And I've put together some little bundles, some little different things that you can have to celebrate the launch of the book. So the tummy challenge is in there. The 6-week sugar-free challenge is in there along with that book bundle. So have a look at the page, get-gorgeous.com/book, and you'll see all sorts of goodies in there to help me launch my gorgeous book. Take care, and I will see you soon. Bye.